to Maddie and Me. I'm Mandy, and this is Maddie. Woo! You're back. 1 year of breastfeeding. Woo! When we started out on this breastfeeding journey with Maddie, our plan was to breastfeed for a year. We made it. We made it that year, guys. We made it that year. This is an amazing milestone for us. It's an amazing milestone for anyone, really. But if you've gotten to this point, now you got to be like, whoop, whoop, whoop. What did I learn? I'll tell you all what I've learned. I've talked before, but I'm going to lay it down. Breastfeeding is hard. Those first couple months we talked about it. It was a lot of cluster feeding, a lot of fiending from the babe. We also had our babe on the nipple, the little like nipple shield, and I wanted her to go al natural, and it happened in her own time, so we had that going on. There was just a lot of feeding, a lot of Maddie on the boob, a lot. Once we got out of the whole cluster feeding, right? During the day, so much better. During the night, so much better. But then it was kind of like getting your babe on a schedule. And that was like for me getting Maddie on a schedule. We've always had Maddie more on like a loose schedule because honestly, she is a breastfeeding fiend. Or she was a breastfeeding fiend. She really liked it, guys. She really liked it. She really liked that comfort. She really liked snuggling, all of that. But we got her onto a good little schedule during the day. But at night, she never seemed to want to keep a schedule at night, guys. She always just wanted to eat whenever. Eat whenever. So it took us a couple of months after we got past the whole like fiending thing. I mean, really like the first 3 months was like feeding. Then from 3 to 6, it was like, okay, we got to get her on some sort of a schedule and like get her down to those not so many night feedings. Then after that, we talked about, we had gotten her down to like a nice level of twice a night for a while. Here comes to our next point. Every baby is different. Maddie is different. Everyone is different. So some babes can break their habit of eating at night. We've talked a lot about her eating at night. Some babes can break their habit like that. With Maddie, it was not. Breastfeeding for Maddie is her comfort zone. It's what she always comes back to. That's just how she is. What calms her down. So anytime anything plagued her at night, that's her go-to. That's like her being like, nope. Like when her teeth came in, nope, I'm not gonna. We couldn't sway her from not breastfeeding. That was what calmed her down. She would be lying in my arms screaming. That's what calmed her down. I had to give in. I talked a lot about where that led us to, and that led us to kind of like this little like circle coming back around full circle where you're like, whoa, you gotta reel in your baby, right? You gotta reel in your baby. So for me and for Maddie, I think it was just that breastfeeding is her comfort zone. Like we said, it's her comfort zone. It what makes her feel better. It what makes her feel close to me. It what calms her down. You just kind of have to go with her. And now that we're at this year mark, I feel as I'm a little bit more in control now. I'm a little bit more in control. I find that I can spread out her feedings a lot more during the day, which is amazing. We're kind of down to trying to do like a twice a day breastfeeding. Before we were on like this 4 times a day, and I've been kind of reeling her back from that, which is really, really nice. She has a long marathon session when she wakes up. That's like her longest. And then so far, it's just been a couple of days, but we're doing this twice a day, which is really nice, guys. Really, really nice. It frees me up for my boob. It also frees her up. I find she's more hungry for solid food, which is awesome because girl eats a lot. She's more hungry for that. We're trying to transition her to some sort of non-dairy milk. I'm against cow's milk. To each their own. We can talk about it if you want to once I transition to her non-dairy milk, but that's how I feel, and other people feel differently. To each their own. But that's where we're at. So for me now, I feel like I'm in control as much as I can be in control, right? I'm in control. I'm going to work toward weaning her off breastfeeding. Right now, after this year and after how attached she's been to it and all of that and how it's her comfort zone, I'm gonna wean. I'm gonna try with these twice a day and then see. Pull one away. I'm gonna see how it goes. I'm not gonna just pull the band-aid off and be like, nope, that's it, we're done. No more for the day. We'll see how it goes. I might end up doing that if it gets too much and I'm just like, oh, I'm at my wit's end, I need to stop. But right now, we're going for a gradual wean. We're going for a gradual wean because I think that will work better for Maddie. I think that'll, not just pulling that band-aid off on her. I think it'll kind of get her to be like less interested in it and realize, oh, I don't need milk. I have other beverages I can drink. I have a non-dairy milk I can drink. I don't need mama to comfort me. I can just snuggle and chill with her. So I find now that we've taken away some of the breastfeeding sessions, she just sits on the couch with me or sits on our chair that we breastfeed on and she just chills. Sometimes she drinks her bottle, sometimes she drinks her water, and we just chill and she just sits there and she laughs, we play. It's cool. I'm still spending that time with her. So I've set up now that even though we're not constantly breastfeeding like we were before, we're still spending all that time together. I think that's really essential for Maddie and probably essential for a lot of other babies, is setting that, oh, just because we're not breastfeeding, we're still spending the time. We can still snuggle up. Maddie's also doing this thing now where she's very much in control of my boobs. She likes to touch them in public, which I'm not okay with, but I'm kind of like gradually just like taking her hand off, not saying anything, just kind of like moving it. She touches the outside, tries to go on the inside. I'm like, nope, that. And then when she's breastfeeding, she's trying to play with my other nipple, which I'm not necessarily okay with, but we're just gradually trying to get her to stop doing that. She's like still in control of these. These are my nipples. These are my boobs. So we'll work with her. We'll work with her on that, right? We'll work with her on that. It's been an amazing breastfeeding journey so far. We're a little over a year. We're a little over here. We're on the backside of it. We're on the downhill. We're going to be letting it go, but we're going to do it gradually, guys. We're going to do it gradually. I'm Mandy. Subscribe for more Maddie and me. This has all been all about our breastfeeding journey. Let me know how your breastfeeding journey went with your baby. Yeah, kids. Yeah.